Survivors, and we believe the world and Catholics, do not want another pope elected who has been involved in covering up child sex crimes. This seems like an extraordinarily reasonable and relevant criteria that should be the priority in who these cardinals are going to elect among themselves to lead the Catholic Church.
Okay.
If you're a priest and you have been determined to have raped or sexually assaulted a child, you can remain in ministry under church law. That's a fact. That's not zero tolerance. Zero tolerance means any cleric where it has been determined by investigation that they have sexually assaulted a child or a vulnerable adult at any time, they are to be immediately removed from the ministry permanently. They can never represent themselves as a priest again. They can never function as a priest. They can never wear that collar again. That title is going to be removed and taken from them. That doesn't mean there won't be working with them in therapy and criminal justice intervention, of course, but they can no longer be a priest. That's zero tolerance.
PEARSON, and I'm a survivor and a spokesperson.
When the white smoke comes out of the Sistine Chapel, we don't want another survivor or family member or whistleblower to hear the name of the next pope and think, that's somebody who's caused deep harm in my life. That's somebody who's been a source of terror and a source of pain.
I never heard someone came on the news service. I'm curious whether you all can share anything about this.
People need to know. People need to know, and I know this is a notoriously secret process, but if there's any indication from what we've heard thus far from the College of Cardinals, and that they announced that abuse would be a priority in this conclave, it goes to show that when survivors speak out, it is gumming up the works. It is forcing them to think about the decision that they're going to make and realize that, this isn't going to be business as usual. This issue is not over. It's been 40 years in the public, but survivors will not stand down. Survivors will not be quiet. Survivors will not stop sharing information, and survivors around the world will not stop talking to each other.
We have got a cleaner position now. There has been progress there, or is there always?
Find out the documents that prove these statements were false.